Jamaica is indeed at a crossroads. The recent events of a licensed firearm holder, there are speculations that this person may be a policeman, shooting at a windscreen wiper and accidentally hitting a woman is indicative of more to come. When I say Jamaica is at a crossroads, I mean this literally and figuratively. A crossroads is a place, it's an intersection, it's a place where two roads meet. A crossroads is also a state of mind where one has to make certain decisions. Now, when you get to an intersection, the potential for conflict increases exponentially, and rules have to be put in place to make sure what happens at the crossroads. Let me show you how Jamaica has failed in this respect. All right, first we have stop signs, and then later on we have traffic lights. And almost like primitive cargo cults who come in contact with modern society, believing that if you just put the trappings of modern society in place, you'll get the benefits, not understand how it really works. Stop signs don't stop people. Traffic lights don't stop traffic. These are merely symbols, signs that if you behave in a particular way, you will be rewarded or not. So, for example, if you stop at the traffic light, when it's on red, it increases the probability of you not having an accident. But what if you go through the red light a number of times and nothing happens? Then you keep doing so. So we see a situation where our traffic lights and our stop signs mean nothing to many taxi drivers. We create webs in intersections, bright yellow webs, and we have big announcement that anybody caught in the web, what will happen? Nothing happens. Guess what, folks? The only way traffic light and traffic signals work is if behaviors are punished when you disobey the signs and the signals. Behaviors are governed by consequences. If there's no consequence, behavior does not change. So what do we see? People go through traffic lights, people break stop signs, and there are no consequences because we do not have a proactive police force. We do not have a criminal justice system that ensures that if you are caught and arrested, that the probability of you being punished take place. So the results, persons do not obey traffic lights and stop signs. The other dimension of this is that, okay, you come to a traffic light, you stop. But then if you stop and you're punished for stopping, for example, you now have an altercation with a windscreen wiper who start off with a parasitic motive, wanting to extract something from you, and you refuse, many then morph into a predatory motive where they try to take something from you. Sometimes it's take your dignity, sometimes it's to grab your cell phone, sometimes it's to damage your vehicle. So there are many people who literally avoid intersections where you're going to have such confrontations. But we have these people at these traffic lights, they are not moved. The understanding is that if they are moved, the only charge can be brought against them is that of arresting the flow of traffic, disturbing the flow of traffic. For that, the fine is $4. So they go into their pockets and pay the $4 and they're back out on the road again. Why are they on the road? First, the young men, a breakdown in parenting. When I was a child, I had no idea that I could go out on the road and beg. Yes, I came from the same background, the same communities, but I just knew that my mother would kill me if I did something like that. So they go out there and they beg, and they probably make more money than anybody who's a casual laborer does for the day. That behavior is rewarded, so they stay there. Many of them show the signs of what we understand as opposition defiance disorder. If you oppose them, if you defy them, they get angry. Some get violent. We are going to see more situations of people behaving violent in return to them. The other element of traffic lights. Many times I'm traveling late at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I treat traffic lights as stop sign, whether it's in red or green. I slow down, I stop, I look right and left. If it's safe, I proceed. Some time ago, a policeman was lurking behind me, about 10 car lengths. So I did my usual. Then immediately he turned on his flashing lights and came after me and stopped me. 2 o'clock in the morning. You just went through the red light. I said, yes, I did, officer. Because I treat red lights as stop signs after midnight. I am not going to sit there and be a target for robbery. Well, you should know better. And he gave me a ticket. I invited him to follow me to the next traffic light because I intended to do exactly the same thing. Because we do not have a state. In a state, there's a monopoly on violence with respect to the state itself. What do we have in Jamaica? We have warlords in almost every community. We call them dons. They extract their own taxation in these communities and they fuel the violence as they see fit. And the state has decided not to take responsibility for it. So again, all of this is played out at the crossroads, at the traffic light, at the intersection. People, it is my humble position that if we retake the intersections, if we retake the crossroads, we can retake Jamaica, one crossroad at a time. If we don't retake the crossroads, if we don't retake the intersections, we cannot fix any other problems of Jamaica. All I am asking the state to do is to assert its rightful self to control intersections, control crossroads, so that we, the people, do not have to resort to violence, equal means to protect ourselves when we get there and we're pounced on. If the state chooses not to impose itself on taxi drivers who do not honor the rules, then we, the people, will have no choice but to do the same. I'm proposing that we can retake Jamaica one intersection at a time.